man stopped me from saving his wife because I'm a woman, and it cost him everything. A woman collapsed in the grocery store and I started CPR immediately, but her husband ran over and shoved me off her. What do you think you are doing? You're not a doctor. You're going to kill her. I told him I was a nurse and I could help. He stepped between me and his wife's body. A nurse isn't a doctor. I'm not letting some random woman break my wife's ribs because she watched too much Grey's Anatomy. I tried to get around him and he shoved me again. Don't touch her or I will call my lawyer. Behind him, his wife was turning blue. Other shoppers started gathering around us and one man yelled at him to move. Let her help. Your wife is dying. He didn't budge. You need to stay out of this. This woman is obviously not a medical professional. Look at her. She's probably a secretary or a teacher playing pretend. She doesn't know what she's doing. I told him again I was a registered nurse and every second he wasted was killing his wife. Even if you are a nurse, nurses don't do CPR. Real doctors do CPR. Men who actually went to medical school. You're just going to make it worse because women panic in emergencies. I've seen it 100 times. Hell, you're panicking right now. I can see it in your face. A woman shouted that the ambulance was still 5 minutes away. I tried to push past him and he grabbed my wrist to stop me. I said don't touch her. I'm not letting my wife die because some hysterical woman wanted to play hero. His wife's lips were purple now. A teenage store employee was crying and begging him to move, but he wouldn't. My wife deserves a real doctor, not some girl who thinks she knows better than everyone else just because she took a weekend class. I told him his wife would be dead soon if he didn't move. We'll wait for the paramedics and see what they say. They're professionals. You're just a woman who wants attention. A man in a work uniform pushed through the crowd and tackled the husband to the ground. Do it now! I've got him! I dropped to my knees and started compressions again. The husband was screaming from underneath the other man. Get off me! She's killing my wife! Someone stop her! She doesn't know what she's doing. I kept pushing. The husband thrashed and screamed. You're murdering her! I'll have you arrested! This is assault! The woman still wasn't breathing on her own, so I kept going. My arms were burning and my hands were cramping, but I kept going. 90 seconds later, the paramedics ran in and took over. They shocked her twice and got a pulse before they loaded her onto a stretcher and rushed her out. The man on the floor finally let the husband up and he sprinted after the ambulance without looking back. The man who tackled him helped me to my feet. You saved her life. Don't let that piece of garbage make you think otherwise. I was shaking too hard to respond. I went to the hospital the next day to check on her. I didn't know if she'd want to see me, but I couldn't stop thinking about whether she'd made it. A nurse led me to her room and I saw her husband sitting beside her holding her hand. She looked at me and then at him. Is this her? He didn't answer. She asked me directly, are you the one who did CPR? I told her I was. Her husband started talking fast. Honey, I told you, the paramedics got there just in time. The nurse who walked me in cut him off. This woman performed CPR for nearly 3 minutes while your husband tried to stop her. She's the reason your heart kept beating until the ambulance arrived. The wife looked at her husband. You seriously tried to stop her?
Scan the QR code to enjoy the wonderful continuation for free. New users will also receive additional rewards.